in money earning Mount Vernon, home of Heavy D. May he rest in peace. Okay? I did this poem today because my grandmothers were wisdom in my family, both sides. I ask you, do we still have wisdom in the family in today's society? And if so, who would that be for you? Please send your comments, because I really would like to know who is the wisdom in your family for you. Can you say you have that wisdom, that old school wisdom, that it was a time where people believed in certain things and they learned things from the hierarchies of the family. And those things that were learned were the things that carried you and helped you obtain your wisdom as you follow through, right? I personally feel sometimes it is so lost, right? And it's so unfortunate when I think of all of the going-ons in the world right now. Sometimes I wake up, in fact, you know what? Sidebar. I'm an earth sign, okay? I take the world's problems on my shoulders because I love, and I love deeply. And even people I do not know, we are all in this world together. We share this world. I think I said in another poem before, we all breathe the same air, right? We all stay in the same sunlight. And when that sunlight goes away, we all have to live in the darkness and depend on street lights in some areas or the porch light in some areas. From watching so much sadness and hurt and pain, we are over-sexualized in some areas, men and women, okay? Lack of respect of persons who live in their own individuality, etc. I lived with my grandmother for a short time in the 90s, as mentioned before, in Virginia Beach. She was born in Birmingham, Alabama. My other grandmother was born in Richmond, Virginia. Okay, Southern grandmothers. I'm a Brooklyn girl, so I do have that old Southern tradition. School principal, education, and direction, NAACP. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, my sister. That's my sister Tina. Okay, she got the wisdom, honey. One day I'm gonna get her on here. We're gonna spew this wisdom to you together. Okay. But yes, so I lived with her for a short time. She was born, in Alabama. She migrated to Brooklyn. She owned a couple of businesses, and she retired in Virginia, where my other grandmother was born. They both eventually migrated to Brooklyn with their children, my mom, my dad, all of that. She used to tell me sometimes to just say thank you to Jesus. Now, you know, I don't validate people's, what their belief is, but my belief is Jesus Christ, right? And she used to tell me, even in silence, because, when you're a younger woman, people have a way of making you feel uncomfortable about your faith. As a woman my age today, I can gladly say I love Jesus, no longer in silence. I share it because somebody needs to know that that love is still there and strong, right? So now coming back, I wake up in the morning and now I wake up some mornings and sometimes I just tell God I'm sorry. Earth sign. I sometimes just tell God I'm sorry. My heart is breaking for what we do to his earth that he gave us to dwell in. My heart breaks from that. We are destroying it all over. No particular country, no particular persons, no particular areas, no particular regions. We all combined are destroying the earth that a beautiful spirit of God gave us, right? And we are causing afflictions. We cause afflictions on the precious garden that he carefully crafted. He carefully crafted a garden. We call that garden ourselves people. But we are his garden, full of different flowers, full of different flavors and colors and shapes and forms. We're destroying it. So I talk about my grandmother in this poem because I just like remembering her, and remembering her, I know it keeps me grounded and close to God. When in every flaw, I'm not flawless. I have flaws. I would be lying if I sat here and said to any of you that I am flawless. I would be lying, as any of you on this earth that breathe the same air as me, see the same sunlight, see the darkness, dwell in your person and have to deal with your realities. You would all be lying if you said that you are flawless. None of us are not without flaw, and he loves us still. Right? So the poem was in my book, and I wrote it in 2019 because, and that was a few years ago, right? But I felt that way then, and I feel that way right now. Both grandmothers I grew up around. My mother's mother, Louise Agnes, I loved her. May she rest in beautiful peace, my granny. And then my dad's mom, Mary Virginia, who the poem is about, I love dearly. And I grew up around her as well. But she was the one that gave me so much wisdom, right? I'm her oldest granddaughter. May I say the prettiest and the smartest one too? Yeah, I said it. I said it. Okay? The prettiest and the smartest. I surely did. I sure said it. Named after my beautiful auntie, her eldest daughter. Okay? Yep. Sure is. ... and period. Said it. Okay? But I learned those things from her, and they carry me. So may both of them rest in beautiful peace, peacefully in heaven. And I just want to say to God, I'm sorry. All right? If no one else says it, I'm telling him I'm sorry because I love him. And sometimes I hurt feeling the pain that he feels, all our pain. So sometimes I hurt knowing that there's a God up there that's loving us and lifting us and blessing us, and we continue to destroy all of the good things that he gave us. We find ways to tear each other down. Gossip about everybody. People actually make money and careers off of gossiping about other people's lives. That's condemnation, right? So yeah, I just wanted to get into that about Granny. I'm going to read this poem one more time, and then I'm not going to monopolize any more of your time because there's good politics coming on. The president is speaking, okay? And we all need to get that, whether we vote or not. We need to know what the going on is going on, okay? And I hope all of you are tapping your screens, giving me some likes and some love. I would really appreciate that. Again, you could just go on and log on to Nadine Poetry One. If you don't want to tap and love it today, it's all right. Catch me later. I'm going to send you the video. But let me get back into this for you, okay? Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to get this brand new. Now, you heard I just played Michael Jackson, the classic. Remember the time. Remember those times when things were different? And now we let it. Don't let it go to your head. No, no. Hey, let me get a little bit. People think this is easy as it looks. Books and books, around concepts and books. Session to session to get thoughts manifest. Wait, I came out with this cute ensemble, y'all. Hold on. How you giving back? The way I give back is through the knowledge of my raps, like a gym. For all my people caught out on the limb. She mushroom. Caught out on the stem, who don't want to win. I'm feeling you. I know you getting down like that, but what I'm saying, dog, is let me hold a little something. All right. That's it. I only give y'all a little bit of dance. Okay? Yeah, shout out to Brand Nubians. Okay? Yes, I'm going to give y'all the rundown of the music from this playlist tonight. Okay, so if y'all like the music and y'all want to find a song, I give y'all the artists, and I pay homage to all of the artists, of course, because they give us a great contribution to our musical history. Okay? But let me go ahead and give y'all one more read of this, and then I'll give y'all a breakdown of the list, and then I digress. I won't monopolize no more of your time, I promise. Stay with me. Which one will it be? Cold or hot? Okay, come on. Still got a little bit of cold, guys, but I'm getting it together. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, for the grandmothers. Okay, I don't know about all of y'all's, but I know about mine. Grandma was a sassy lady, sitting in her boudoir, talking all that she's got, sipping her Johnny Walker Black, using water to chase her shots. How her bed of marble and brass was handmade, $5 grand paid by her husband, rest in peace, he laid. She wore a beaded dress from the 50s fashion, having plenty of money, a big home and jewels. Well, it was her passion. She had her share of men, lots of lessons she taught. She said, girl, don't you let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, remained in her thoughts. She believed the man should always come with something in his hand, saying, don't give up those goodies, and you are broke. Do you understand? Grandma kept her house real clean. She said, don't you leave your bed unmade. You know what I mean. Don't you get me wrong. Grandma was not all that tough, playing that Miles Davis, bootlegging her stuff. Overall, she loved me enough to take me in when my parents were letting up in my adulthood.